we're going to begin this afternoon with that AccuWeather alert. A nasty day of strong winds and heavy rain bringing down trees and hampering the commute home. And good afternoon to you. I'm Liz Cho.
I'm David Navarro. There are scenes of downed trees and power lines across the region this afternoon. Take a look at this. Huge fallen trees blocking entire roads in the Wakefield section of the Bronx and in Queens. Elsewhere in Queens, a tree falling on top of a car in Corona.
In Yonkers, a tree crashed behind a home. This was on Rockland Avenue. And New Jersey Transit's North Jersey coastline, that was suspended for a time after a tree fell on top of the wires. This happened in Woodbridge, and now that line and the Northeast Corridor line are seeing delays of up to 60 minutes in both directions.
Yeah, if you were out and about walking around, you wouldn't be surprised by those scenes because this wind and rain was hitting us this afternoon, and it's not over yet. Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg here with the forecast. Lee.
Dave and Liz, pretty ferocious front went through here. The worst is now pushing north and east of New York City. Regardless, we're going to have tough travel through the night just because you have to be very aware there can be debris on area roadways. The brunt is now moving through the Hudson Valley, parts of Brooklyn and Queens and Long Island. We still have a flash flood warning. This was issued recently. Lower Hudson Valley, northeast New Jersey, New York City, and Nassau County. We have urban and small creek flooding. Don't drive through those flooded roadways. This will go until 5:30. We also have coastal flood issues through the evening hours with minor coastal flooding. We're getting some storm reports of both freshwater and tidal flooding in places like Toms River down through Seaside Heights. You're seeing multiple reports of some flooded roadways. We've also got some trees and branches reported knocked down in New Canaan. New reports coming in over parts of Long Island, and over 2 inches of rain in a short period of time in South River. That's why we have some of the flooding. Some of the rainfall rates were going 1 to 2 inches easy. Notice there's a little slice of clearing. We're starting to do better west of New York City and into Manhattan. It's still pretty nasty over Brooklyn and Queens. The winds were peaking near 40 miles an hour. You can see how the winds have shut down a lot to the west, but we still have a lot of gusty winds off to the east where that squall line's moving through. Again, up to 2 inches across parts of the area. Locally, we will get higher amounts before this is done. Right now, the heaviest, Hudson Valley, over into Nassau County, parts of Fairfield County too. Let's isolate this. So Manhattan's lighter, so is Brooklyn. Eastern Queens very heavy. See that green? That's also some very gusty winds to Hempstead and Oyster Bay and over to Yonkers as well. Up to, let's say, Yorktown and Somers, over to Bedford, Danbury, and then up through Newburgh and Cold Spring. This will all be east of the city by 5 o'clock. We're still dealing with it over Connecticut and Long Island for a couple of hours after that. By late evening, everything's moved out outside of some lingering showers that are around. Tonight we'll drop into the 40s and low 50s, and then tomorrow, not a bad day, but it's really blustery for Halloween. In fact, already a wind advisory for tomorrow, too. Some gusts over 40 miles an hour. So we'll talk about that howling wind and Halloween, the important weather for the marathon this weekend. We'll check in on Hurricane Melissa. Lots to talk about in AccuWeather in just a few minutes. David, Liz?
All right, Lee, thank you.